Hello and welcome to another episode of the Modern Yin podcast. I'm your host, Kimberley Roberts of SolefulYin, and I'm all about stillness, doing the real work. So today I want to talk to you about growth and evolution, and specifically the just fine era. So 10 years ago, I walked out of a 25-year abusive marriage to an alcoholic and into the condo that I am sitting in right now with nothing but survival instincts and a whole lot of fear. And I mean a whole lot of fear. I didn't have any clarity at all. I didn't have a business plan. I certainly didn't trust myself. Like I was literally in pure survival mode. Like the bear in front of you all the time. And for a long time, I thought survival was strong. I thought it was strength. It's like, ooh, I'm in survival mode and I'm actually like going through it. But here's the thing. Survival and regulation aren't the same thing. They aren't the same thing at all. And survival, it's not a place that you build any kind of vision from, nor is it a place that you live and sustain on a daily basis. So I want to talk about the hidden cost of survival. This is some of the stuff that nobody talks about, like literally. Like when your nervous system is bracing, everything narrows, your viewpoint shrinks, and you're not in an energy where you're asking, what's possible? Although you might be telling yourself that, but you're not actually getting anywhere. And I know this so intimately and so deeply now, especially in hindsight. But what you're always asking yourself underneath is, am I safe? And those two questions, what's possible and am I safe, are two totally different operating systems, like totally different. And for years, I wondered, well, why am I so freaking stuck in business? Why am I so stuck in decision paralysis mode? Like everything felt so hard to make a decision around. My finances felt messy. Clarity just wasn't landing. And I blamed strategy. I blamed consistency. I blamed myself. But here's the truth. Survival brain is not visionary brain. And you can try and tell yourself that all you want, but I'm telling you, it doesn't work. Like you can't expand while your body still thinks it's under threat. It's like you standing in front of a bear and it's growling at you and you're like, oh, but you know what? You're not going to do anything. I'm okay. I can actually start planning my vision for my business or for my life while I'm standing there in front of a bear that's literally about to make me filet mignon. Like it's dinner. Like when you're in survival, you're not in growth. You can't expand when your body still thinks it's under threat. But I thought I could. And just like many other high functioning women over 40, they're still trying to build from bracing. Underneath the surface, it's like, we're fine. I'm fine. Do you know how many times people asked me, how are you doing? And I'd be like, I'm fine. And that was just so much BS. I was not fun. I was functioning well under the surface. I could keep going. On the surface, I looked like I had it all together. But internally, I was marching through something completely different, just like most women over 40 are. Like that's the reality. We just keep going. And we just keep telling ourselves we're just fine. But the reality is it's not sustainable. And I'll tell you that over the last few months, there's been a massive shift in my energy, in my business, in my life. I stopped trying to fix the strategy first. I stopped obsessing over scaling. I stopped asking, well, how do I keep growing faster? And I started asking myself, does my body feel safe right now? And I prioritized nervous system regulation. I also did the unsexy identity work, looking at the reasons why we feel shame, guilt, grief, embarrassment, disappointment, fear. Like I literally rebuilt my self-trust quietly. No big announcements, no dramatic pivots of any kind, just constant regulation over and over again. And here's what surprised me. Clarity came. It was like, bing, light bulb on over my head. And not because I was chasing it, but because my system finally had capacity to see it and to hold it. So all that time kind of living in a fog, I thought it was failure. It actually wasn't. It was actually nervous system regulation, a nervous system that needed safety before expansion. Like, just think about that for a second for your own self. Your nervous system will expand into clarity and expansion when you actually give it space to regulate. I know you know what I mean. So, if you're feeling stuck, more importantly, if you're feeling behind, like, oh God, it's too late, I'm too old, it's just not possible for me, whatever. Or if you feel ashamed of the pace of your growth and evolution, and I did for a long time, I felt ashamed. That's like, well, why didn't I get this sooner? 10 years? Like, come on, couldn't it have been sooner than that? How embarrassing is that? No, pause. Because here's the thing. If you are trying to scale while your body is still bracing, you're not getting anywhere. If you're trying to build vision while you're still in survival mode, guess what? You're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere with that because safety has to come first. You can tell your mind over and over again that you're safe, but if your nervous system is not on board with that vibe, there is no clarity, no momentum, nothing. You have to have the safety first. The clarity comes second. That order, and then the momentum is third, because you can't build momentum when you're in survival mode. And that order literally matters, okay? Safety first, clarity second, momentum third. And after 40, it matters even more. Because this is the era where just fine stops being enough. Where coping stops being impressive. Ooh, look at this. Look at how much stuff I can do all at once. I am like the queen of multitasking. No. We want an era where leadership happens because of regulation. Regulation. It happens because of leadership, self-leadership. Nobody else is going to do that work for you. Nobody's going to release the grief, the embarrassment, the shame, the guilt. Nobody's going to do that but you when you're ready to do it. And I will tell you that 10 years now later, yes, am I embarrassed to say that? Absolutely not. I'm actually proud of the woman that I've become and the woman that I'm still becoming. And here's the thing. there's this little part of your mind that always thinks that when you're growing and evolving, you've somehow just nailed it and then you don't have to keep regulating your nervous system. I'm going to tell you something, spoiler alert here. The more you're growing and evolving, the more nervous system regulation you're going to need. Because your mind, that primal part of your brain, is going to be sitting back there going, what? No, we're not doing that. We're not making that move. Are you kidding me? That's too bold. What are people going to think? Like, can't we just go back to just fine because we were safe there and we were okay there and it was all predictable? But the reality is, that's not how we're meant to live. And for a woman over 40, you shouldn't be sacrificing and living in an energy of just fine. Like, I really truly understand this journey that I've been on. It wasn't really slow. It wasn't recalibrating. Or it was recalibrating, pardon me. It wasn't failure, even though for a long time I had to wrap my brain around the idea that it wasn't failure. It was just survival becoming regulation. That's what it was. And all of a sudden, when I realized that, the guilt, the shame, the embarrassment, it all dissolved. And what was left was a woman who is bold, aligned, and regulated. A woman who is ready to choose to lead her life and other women's lives differently. This era of being just fine, it's so over. And not because we collapse and go, I can't handle it anymore, but because we're actually choosing to lead differently, choosing to lead bold, aligned, and regulated. This is what I desire for you as a woman. And the SolefulYin Yoga app is your gateway to there. It's where stillness does the real work. It's modern yin for life over the age of 40. The only question I leave you with is, are you in? Because I am, and I ain't going anywhere. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.